So, David, I think the best place to start with would be Florian Wirtz signing for Liverpool because he is officially a Liverpool player. And the pictures that we saw of him in the Liverpool shirt were just brilliant. I don't think I've been as excited for his signing since maybe Thiago joined, because obviously he was an established star from the Bundesliga. And I think that same can be said for Florian Wirtz, really. And obviously he's an incredible talent, very productive in the final third. And I just wanted to ask you whether you think, now that Kevin De Bruyne has left the Premier League, do you think that Florian Wirtz is kind of that next great attacking midfielder that we might see and kind of take over Kevin De Bruyne's shoes in that regard?
I mean, there's potential to be that, definitely. Obviously, you want to be very wary before they kind of take to the pitch and making any snap judgments. I mean, we've seen so many great players come from other leagues and struggle to make that leap and to adapt to the new demands and the physicality, certainly. Because, I mean, you look at Florian Wirtz and it's maybe the one small thing you might be worried about is he's not the strongest, maybe. But I mean, I may probably being overly cautious there because, I mean, his talent is very clear and it doesn't seem like he's had too many troubles even coming up against physical players because he's just so quick, so smart, and so good with his feet. So, yeah, there's potential for him to be that. But of course, that is huge shoes to fill. And you don't want to start promising that this is the next De Bruyne because, I mean, his impact on the Premier League has been absolutely ridiculous down the years. I mean, one of the greatest players ever to grace the league. I think it's 6 titles he ended up with in the end as well. So he won a fair bit as well. So, yeah, a phenomenal player. And I think as a starting point, Liverpool will just be hoping that Wirtz can have one good season, and kick it off with a good, strong debut season, and then we'll see where we go from there. But it's, he's certainly an exciting player, and maybe some kind of parallels with De Bruyne in terms of age when he came over, coming from the Bundesliga, where he'd been the dominant player, really. Wirtz is very much in that kind of ilk. So, the hope will be that he can kind of forge a similar career at Liverpool.
Yeah, I think we'd all be pretty pleased if he ended up a bit like De Bruyne from Man City. But so obviously Wirtz has joined and we'd hope that he'd be part of the team for many years to come. So do you think that now that we've signed him, that we can think of him as one piece of the puzzle to a post-Mo Salah world? Because as much as we don't want to admit it, Salah will leave the club at some point. And of course he is aging too. But you'd feel a lot more comfortable knowing that Wirtz is in that team for the foreseeable, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think I've been kind of banging this drum for a while, really, personally, when talking about this, is the idea that Liverpool have desperately needed a forward who is closer to Mo Salah for the last couple of years, really, since they lost Sadio Mane, or since he kind of started to come away from his peak and Firmino had maybe started that process a little earlier. Liverpool's attack has long felt to me really like Mo Salah, the outstanding star, and then kind of a few support acts around him and people of that level. So, Cody Gakpo, Luis Diaz, Diogo Jota, Darwin Núñez, and kind of discount Chiesa, but they're all very, very good players. Players that have fired Liverpool to a Premier League title, but you very much felt that they were a step down from that truly world-class level. And I think nobody's touched Mo Salah's level at Liverpool in a long time, really. But I think, when Mane was at his peak, that gap was closer, certainly. So, Liverpool have kind of needed to bridge that, and they needed to have a couple of those players. And obviously, the upside of that then is that you get a couple of years of Wirtz being in the team with Mo Salah in theory, and then, when Salah does depart, you've already got, as you say, kind of part of the puzzle, part of the solution there. And then that's when you go out and seek your true Mo Salah replacement, I guess. And that's how you kind of move forward. So I guess the exciting thing is that Liverpool have signed Salah up to a contract and got ahead of that problem. And you're going to get a couple of years of the two of them together, which is Wirtz feeding Salah, and vice versa, actually, because both, right up there, aren't they, for creativity and also the ability to finish. So the idea of them feeding off each other as a two is really, really exciting and looks like smart business.